Today we're looking at a variety of new miniatures, Games Workshop has some holiday previews for us, and the Votaan are stirring up the competitive scene. All this and more in this week's Hobby News. I'm Angela, you're watching Hobby Night, now let's get to it. Starting this week off, we're going to talk about that glorious new Warhammer Day miniature that Games Workshop previewed on the community site this week because it is stunning. For once, I will say that Games Workshop absolutely nailed that superhero landing pose. I love the way that this Emperor's Champion is stabbing that orc knob through the chest. What a way to start Orktober though, don't you think? Now, we didn't just get a preview of this glorious new miniature, we also found out that they're going to be having an online preview on October 8th, which is a Saturday, which is going to be showcasing a variety of new Warhammer 40k miniatures. I, for one, am going to be checking that out. Let me know if you are too. Speaking of Orktober, Kromlech, a Polish tabletop miniatures company, is going to be having a variety of new releases coming this October featuring the wonderful, glorious orcs, including an orc pirate captain bust, which I was sent and is amazing, as well as these orc corsair captain team, which I'm going to be painting up in a future video on the channel, so be looking forward to that. If you are wanting some alternative orc models, I'd highly recommend checking out Kromlech. I've left a link to their web store in the video description below. Hey guys, I just wanted to jump in to let you know that I'm going to be having my first ever live stream on the YouTube channel starting September 30th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be a Q&A live stream. I'll be playing some games. We can chat. So if you want to hang out, make sure to swing back by the channel on September 30th at 10 a.m. Pacific time or 1 p.m. Eastern time. Next, we're going to talk about my other favorite army, which is the Death Guard, because we got a preview of some brand new Horus Heresy era Praetors, and oh my gosh, did you want some chonky boys with a side of thick? Because that is what you're getting with these boys in cataphracty armor. Holy cow, I absolutely love these miniatures. The attention to detail is especially brilliant to me, as they use a couple of iconography from the original Dusk Raiders, which just is so good, and I absolutely love just how Games Workshop has been treating these Horus Heresy models. These ones are a Forge World model though, so they are resin, which means I will probably be unlikely to get them, but I'm probably still gonna drool over them as everybody paints the ones up that they get.
This is it, boys. No more story time. We will stomp. We will crush. We will feast. And they will fear us. All of us!
Next, we're going to head over to the realm of Age of Sigmar and talk about the Beast-Smasha Mega Gargants, because we have a brand new Gargant model, and he's pretty awesome. My favorite thing about him is the human he's crushing in his hand. My least favorite thing about the model is the fact that he's walking like an infant, and I really dislike when any models get this sort of awkward walk stance, because it just looks weird, and especially since this boy's a big model. I really don't like it. We're going to move over into the realm of Warhammer Darktide, because Fat Shark announced a closed beta, which is going to be happening on October 14th through the 16th. And if you want to sign up, I've left a link in the video description below where you can go and sign up for their closed beta. On the Warhammer community site, in the long preview of things that you can now pre-order through them, there was a list of some of the holiday goodies that we're going to be getting for this season, and I, for one, am excited about a number of them and a little disappointed in some. So let's go through them really quickly. First and foremost, if you missed the Bandai collaboration with Games Workshop last year, where they made an advent calendar featuring some adorable chibi Space Marines, well, don't worry, because it's coming back this year. You can still get your hands on it. Now, this is very exciting if you hadn't already got it, but if you're like me and you got last year, well, I was really hoping for like maybe a Xeno themed one or a Chaos themed one this year. So I, for one, am a tad bit disappointed. But what I'm not disappointed in is the ornaments that we're getting this year, because there is a glorious grot, there is a even more glorious squig, and then there is the most derp ultramarine I have ever seen. He just looks like he's going, brother.
Brother, I am trapped!
Brother, I am trapped! It's just, his face is so good, and I kind of want all three of them for my Christmas tree. We are also getting a variety of paper goods, like some calendars. There's some pins, which look like purity seals, which actually are the other thing I'm most excited about, and I probably will be swinging by my GW store to try to get these. Now, all of the holiday items are currently available, and you can get them online or through your Games Workshop store. Last but not least, I want to go ahead and talk about the controversy that's happening with the Leagues of Votaan right now. Because if you've not heard, there are a couple of competitive scenes and events in Germany, as well as some in Canada, that are pre-banning the Leagues of Votaan from their events. Now, the main reason for this seems to be because of the slightly overpowered nature of the new codex and its limited availability, which I don't necessarily disagree with, especially when you look at the book. On paper, the Votaan seem to be quite powerful. I almost actually feel like they're a little out of place. I feel like they should have reappeared during the Horus Heresy, especially when you look at some of their weapons and some of their lore. It just seems to fit more that era rather than them reappearing in the 41st millennium. But hey, that's just me. That's how I'm feeling about it. Otherwise, I actually do really like the army. They just do seem a little bit broken right now. So down in the comments below, tell me how you're feeling about them. Have you picked up the new book? Do you think they should be banned at Do you think that they should be banned at competitive scenes right now? Or do you think that they should be allowed to be played? All right, that has been it for this week in hobby news. Before I head out, I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons for making it so content like this can continue to happen. And I want to remind you of the live stream coming up this Friday. I am very excited for my first Q&A live stream. We're going to be playing some games, so make sure to check that out on the channel at 10 a.m. Pacific time or 1 p.m. Eastern time. I have been Angela, and I hope you have a wonderful hobby night.